Yeah. Travis, it pains me to report that Jack is too far gone. I won't share what he said because much of it is amounts to blasphemy. He glimpsed far too many secrets. He glimpsed far too many secrets to be allowed to continue in either his writing or his work here. If you want my opinion, he needs to be made an example of. Many of the men are losing their faith in the work, and that cannot be allowed to continue. We both know what the texts say. We've seen the signs. Now is the time for firm resolve. Isaac, this hurts to write. I have been asked to probe Jack and discover the doubts he may harbor and the harm he may now be willing to do. He was recently given access to the sealed records to help him in writing works to the glory of the cause, but it seems to have had the opposite effect. This was my call, and it will be my head on the block if anything bad comes of it. Approach him and see what he is willing to share. I know I can trust you to be discreet and calculating in this matter. Return this note when you have received it. Travis, once I wrote that Earth is the throne of man, and the might of its kingdoms will see its glory. I wrote that, even in the face of a vanished sun and barren lands, because I believed it. If only you knew what I know now. Or I now know. If only you knew what truly lurks under the eternal night sky, and what tongue spoke the verses we hold sacred. The earth is burning, and we are the flames. I piece together the truth of the monsters. We fight, and the monsters that guide us, and for that sin I will be broken. I can't stop that, not for my sake or yours. And soon, too, all flames will die in the violence of the coming storm, and shower of blood, flesh, and teeth. We have dealt in suffering and fury, and we will die by the hand of suffering and fury. The end is near, Travis. Jack. I see. Ah! What? Oh, they're invisible now. Or is my character just going insane? I glimpsed lies, so my eyes were slit. I whispered truth, so my lips were sewn. The devil's hand doesn't kill anything, it breaks it and leaves it alive. There's nothing beautiful on God's great earth that can't be twisted into a nightmare. Just as the moon dimly mirrors the light of the vanished sun, and as false prophets twist the tongue of heaven, so my body will be broken into a grotesque reflection of the man I once was. I write these final verses with what sanity remains. What trees in autumn glory reigned, face November bears bone, the ashes of a funeral pyre drifting around an empty throne. What late draped dawn in burning vestment flees the ivory hand of night, and fingers ghastly white extend to bid the land to sin again. What bird on wing and wingless flight? 8 could the number of stars of a starless night, when light has died and leaves have dried, and sparrows fall uncounted. What sins of man can man atone with agony of flesh and bone? And yet, what turning of the screw could turn a man to sin anew? What scourge of land or sea, what torturer could twist beyond the vestiges of vanishes dawn as moonlight made perversity, branches pale as ivory moon, scratch it. Sobbing sky, the finger bones of corpses in a frigid tomb, ashes around an empty throne. Jack. Jack, you idiot. Travis and I are well aware of what gives us orders. I'm utterly fucking shocked it took someone this long to put it together, and utterly fucking shocked that all we had to do was lock up the papers that explicitly said, by the way, this is all coming straight from the mouth of hell, for everyone to forget that. By the way, this is all coming straight from the mouth of hell. The stupid thing is that a few decades ago, we didn't have to keep secrets because people understood the big picture. They didn't get caught up on stupid bullshit. They didn't care who was giving the orders because they understood how important the orders were. So let me be very clear. You're sitting in this cage, waiting to get systematically dismantled by Travis and I because you tried to fuck us. Those papers also clearly lay out what we're keeping locked up and why it's so important to keep it locked up. So either you think our entire cause is full of shit, or you think it's worth sacrificing hundreds of thousands of lives just to make your conscience feel better. Either way, fuck you. There will be a lot of boots being shoved up asses over the next few months as we get everyone back in line, and you get to be the first. Also, your poetry sucks ass, Barry. I didn't want this, Jack. Ugh. Travis kept it simple. The other guy just let loose. Just a sec, I need to... Travis, I knew you'd come in here eventually. If you want my opinion, I say burn them. Burn all the documents. The younger generation is weak and stupid, and knowledge is just makes them stupider. The less the new guys know, the less chance of another Jack happening. When I inherited this position from old Joe, he said something that stuck with me. He said that everyone's ignorant, and the only wisdom is knowing you're ignorant. We know that hell rules the world. Anyone could see that with their own two eyes. We know it. We know that it can intercept any knowledge before it reaches any of us, and that being the case, and us being wise men, there's not a whole lot more that we can know. We have to have faith in the providence of hell. I saw the Watcher once, a long time ago, just a glimpse, and I'll tell you what. If hell is evil, then it's the lesser of the two. I'd sacrifice my life to keep that thing contained, and I know you would as well. So burn all the history, and let's get back to murder, for the sake of all mankind. These are the last teachings of the prophet Mealworm during his fatal self-extrusion upon the Spiderwinder. Consciousness is a pathogen from space, a lunar virus concealed in the dust of moon boots, proliferating on the television waves and radio broadcasts of 1,000 nations, those above the earth and beneath the earth, and in the clouds and the air and within the breath of life itself, and the broken graves of skeletons turned to dust, and yes, even the moonbeams themselves brought written infection, as the dust stirred upon those cosmonauts drifted through space upon waves of starlight, and all were infected, and all who slept awoke to night fever. You see, a cruel man is as a teat engorged with the milk of cruelty. The Watcher suckles and is satiated. But what should the milk be infected with the conscious mind? Then this milk is not but the tooth sower, and is rancid in hell's sight. You've heard it said that any man could be the tooth sower, but I say unto you that narrow is the path, and specific is the lineage from whence this man comes. It is written that the goat of the woods came upon a sinner amidst the trees. And as he was given the depravities of the flesh, the goat took the form of his beloved in fur and in flesh, and the sinner lay with his beloved. And she bore unto him a son. And the son bore a son, and the son bore a son, and the son bore a son, and that where the dude come from. Like how it gets all prophetic and then it's like, and that where the dude come from. And with this rancid milk, the tooth sower will infect the watcher with consciousness and strength. I thought I would succeed when my father failed. I thought that through greater vision I would have greater success. I brought that vision to life, a vision that could not fail, a labyrinthian factory hidden underground, sealed tight with the most magnificent locks and traps. But somehow those blasted creatures got in. Those 1,000 young of the vile demon god of the grove, that which was exiled from hell itself. I witnessed it with my own eyes as they poured from the broken factory walls, their eyes wild, their bushy tails erect, their teeth bared. It was all for naught. The assembly lines are broken, the unfinished stock ripped asunder, and I witnessed the great waste tanks rupture, and the liquid sin pour forth, devouring every living thing in its path, saturating fur and flesh alike with the myriad wrongs of man. I stood my ground and fought to the last. But when I saw that vile, sin-logged amalgamation of squirrel and man take form and rise from the floor as one blood and one body, only then did I turn tail. And yet, though as we fight evil, I no fear that the powers we fight are for themselves evil. To see such violence and destruction, could these terrible events come from anything but the clash of foul against foul? We battle the schemes of hell's exiles, but are the schemes of hell any better? I have tried every door to no avail. I am sealed in with that wretched thing, and for the good of the world, I pray those doors remain sealed. But pray to whom? Will hell answer my prayers now, as it answered before? It matters not. I am bound there all the same. And when I get to hell, I will seek the devil's counsel. We are old business partners. Winston II, the CEO. Shit. So, we really screwed the pooch, is what this game is saying. Well... only one way to go, it seems. But even then... should I keep going? So this is making reference to... So now they're invisible, so that's great. Oh boy. Well, we're in the final stretch, it seems. Ow! Fuck off. Yeah, you jump me like a little pussy and then you kill me. First death. Thought you were being cute by jumping me last time. All you did was piss me off. You love just breaking the rules, don't you? You never listen. Always freaking out. Always doing that typical, nah, you didn't get me bullshit.
What are you doing here?
Now just seeing the sights. Of course there's an invisible asshole too. Ugh. You had far too much health. Ugh. This final stretch is really testing me.
What are you doing here?
Oh. Did you just yell fucking penis? Here in the Watcher. Alright, just a sec. Let me see if there's anything else. No? Defer to destiny. I really hope this game isn't gonna jump scare me. Just gonna misplace one of my headphones. Okay, I get it. But the Watcher could not have known that the Tooth Sword would love it back. The fuck is going on? With glimpses caught of blinding light. And dying screams of deathless night. Cut and raise with searing sight. The Watcher will arise. And the world ends to the laughter of madmen dancing in the moonlight. Butcher's Creek. Oh, hey, Hekita. So yeah, I guess this is the end. Since, you know, someone was eaten by a bear. That was certainly a wild ride. But yeah, that was Butcher's Creek. Overall, it was a good a good hour long, I think. I don't know, I wasn't keeping track. But yeah, 2 hours. Oh, it's almost 2 hours. But yeah, decent game. Like the Manhunt inspiration as well as the Condemned inspiration for the combat. Really weird ending though. But I guess that's the point, and I think this was referencing other games made by the same guy. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed.